If you just got the game for free from PlayStation Plus, welcome to Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. The community is excited to see you. Now, I'm gonna give you the best free builds in Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker, or you can say it's the best starter builds in Shinobi Striker. Let's not waste any of your time. You're here for builds, not me talking. Let's go.
Yes, sir! I might act cool. I lost gang members, I can't act cool. I got gang scriptures in my tattoos. I was running from the police in my trap shoes. Posted trying to flip 100, I come back.
No matter how much I teach you, no matter how many builds I give you, you will still end up like this, double ulted on a Thursday afternoon. Before we do load up, I want you to check out the time codes if you're interested in maining one role in Shinobi Striker: attack, range, defense, and healer. Your very first jutsu is going to be Sharingan, which you can pick up from the Kakashi VR Master. This puts a user in a Sharingan mode where they can prevent just about any jutsu once. It allows you to sub. Now you can pick this one up from the Rock Lee VR Master's Leaf Rising Wind. It basically knocks your opponent into the air and sets them up for perfect combos.
He needs some milk.
Hey, yo. Next up, we do have the Water Clone Jutsu, which is actually a good jutsu to pair up with Sharingan because it allows to lower their defense. Now, this ultimate could be up for debate. I have Planetary Devastation from the Pain VR Master. Now, you can use Seven Heavenly Breath, Boruto Strike, all great ultimates, but I chose the big old rock in the sky. If you didn't know already, you have unique skills on the clothes that you pick, and here are mine for this build. I went with the basics here, kunai and hand-to-hand. If you can get claws, go ahead, but hand-to-hand is actually pretty good, especially for a starter or free build. A lot of people saying this game is pay to win, but hand-to-hand packs a punch. Also, if you're not familiar with the mechanics of Shinobi Strikers yet, if you use your heavy attack, a triangle, or a Y on an attack type, you will lock up your opponent's substitute, and a substitute is just basically, you get what a substitute if you've ever watched Naruto, but in this game it allows you to lock that up to where they cannot sub, and you can continue your combos. Again, hand-to-hand allows you to get to about 9 or 8 hit combos, especially on that sky triangle heavy Y attack. They'll basically throw them to the ground and most likely hard knock them. I also highly recommend that you do practice the combos, which whatever weapon you want to use, you know it's your game, you play how you want to. These are just suggestions, but again, I highly recommend that you practice. Stay in beginners matches as long as you can because you're going to play those sweats in the quick match in NWL, and it's not going to be fun for you, and you're just going to eventually quit. But again, you want to play around your skill level, and there's not actually ranked matchmaking in Shinobi Strikers yet, so I would play in beginners matches as long as you can. Fun fact here, you can actually knock multiple people in your Planetary Devastation, but be careful when you do use that because you can easily miss your Planetary. You're probably not familiar with this jutsu if you're a Naruto fan, but this is called Ripple, and you can grab this from the Mitsuki VR Master. What it does is basically allow you to pull in your enemy and gain health back. 8 trigrams palm rotation is essential to get after you play about 50 games of defense in online matches. Now, this does allow you to seal up jutsus and block anybody that's attacking you. Now, this is a big deal. We'll be using the paper bomb for our ninja tool. Now, the paper bomb actually explodes on contact, and the radius actually recently got buffed, and it does a lot of damage, especially with the skills that we have on that we'll talk about in a few seconds. The clone doesn't really matter, but I like to use the clay clone for a free or a starter build because it does explode and allows people to get off your flag, your base, or if somebody's jumping you, it'll explode and send people flying. Now for our ultimate, we're going to be picking up from the Kasame VR Master water style super shark bomb jutsu that allows you to send out a wave of a shark, and it will take away jutsus and substitution if it doesn't kill the opponent. Here are my skills for the build, and we're going to boost your ninja tool, and you're going to see why. As a defense, a lot of times you are going to be defending the flag, but if you have your paper bombs and rotation, it almost one-shots, and it's an easy kill every time. A lot of times defense don't have the best range, but with Ripple, it allows you to basically just say, come here to anybody and basically jump them up a little bit. I really like this build. I actually ran this when I was in beta, and I really enjoyed it, so I think you guys will enjoy it as well. With Water Shark, it also has a super armor, so you cannot be hit off the flag, and it does rip through and get rid of jutsus, and I love rotation too, because it seals jutsu, so if you don't kill somebody with your Water Shark, you get rid of their jutsu, and maybe they get them back a little bit somehow, some way, you can seal their jutsus right back. You also get Water Shark really fast, so that allows you to basically use your ultimate almost like a 4th jutsu. What I like to do is put 3 paper bombs down in a row and use my Ripple onto there, and look how much damage that does. That's a defense that has the most health, the most defense, but wait, there's more. Ripple isn't the damage driver here. It's rotation into paper bombs that's essentially essentially a one-shot. Now, this is your starter jutsu as soon as you get into the game. Fire style flame bomb jutsu for range is actually super good, especially up close, but now you get 2 and maybe even 3. I've seen some people hit 10 flame bombs in a row. Inferno style flame control is a multi-hit jutsu that allows you to get burn damage and reduce their defense, which is a new buff to it. We'll be using Sin Bonds and Shadow Clones for our Ninja Tool and substitution. Your ultimate is Totsuka Blade from the Itachi VR Master that basically creates a Susanoo, and you use the Totsuka Blade to slash down on your opponents, but actually can kill on activation if you do a light attack stun. Also, I use the Kusanagi sword, which you can pick up from the 10-10 shop. Here are those skills if you want to copy the build to the T. So you have no DLCs and no other weapon, but the Kusanagi sword actually is the best weapon and has a similar combos to multiple range weapons. It allows you to do a light attack stun that will keep them basically still for any type of combo that you want to do, or jutsus. Now your jutsus are some of the quickest, but Inferno style flame control, even though it lowers defenses and puts a burn effect, it still has an 18-second cooldown, but it does stun them and keep them in place for just a little bit. But the burn effect is kind of minute. You don't really pay attention to it. We're really interested in that defense negative debuff. Let me know if you want to figure out how to do a combo like this. This is the Kusanagi combo, and there's actually even a better combo that can do about 11 hit combo. I think my friend Sixer has a pretty good combo. Hidden Rose has one. I think Nappy G has one as well. Be careful when using Totsuka Blade because sometimes you can get kicked out of it, or it can work like that. But again, you have to be real careful. In Inferno style, instead of Amaterasu, tracks the opponents, and I like that a little bit better than Amaterasu that just stays still. And I like Flame Bullet not because of the damage, but also can send people flying into the pit if it needs to be like that. Heavy Boulder Jutsu is a lifesaver if you get it, because it can keep you healthy, break people's guards, and slows people down. Please, 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 if you're gonna run healer as a random or you're beginning, please use cellular extraction or some type of heal on your build. This jutsu is from the Sakura VR Master, and it gets rid of all status elements, and it's a burst heal that will heal a lot of damage off your allies and yourself. Shadow Clone is a really good starter pack substitution. It subs you really far away and especially good for healers. I went with Regeneration for the ultimate from the Sakura VR Master. This allows you to heal your allies from wherever you are and also brings back people who have died. I used the Feigned Kurosawa Blade for my starter pack weapon. I also highly recommend that you do use a heal tag, but if you don't, at least you have cellular extraction. Here are those stats for my healer build. Not only does Heavy Boulder keep us alive by boosting our defense, it actually square stuns people or stuns them in general and slows them down for some pretty awesome combos. We love cellular extraction because it also gives our ultimate quicker with regeneration. It allows you to heal your allies that you're not necessarily nearby and don't have time to get to. That's why I like it. That's why I like cellular extraction too, because it has a good range. The burst heal allows us to get our ultimates, and it gets rid of all negative status elements affected to us. Here's why I think you definitely need 2 heals, especially if you're solo queuing and you're not playing with the greatest of players, because that spamming of the heal tag will save multiple people. Now cellular extraction and the heal tag are a burst heal that does reach pretty far. Again, you can heal all your allies in the blink of an eye. Now regeneration actually heals all your teammates, and you can do it in the air, unlike long distance. As a healer, sometimes we just don't have control over the circumstance and we have to fight, and now we gotta stay in the fight, and that's why we have Heavy Boulder. Not only does it slow them down, it also boosts our defense and it stuns them, which is really, really nice. Again, guys, we can't control our circumstance, but what I can control is the end of this video. Guys, let me know if this helped you at all. If it did, drop me a like, and if you already knew all this stuff, go ahead and drop me a subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.